Sides, if you get some farm, should go uncountered too.
All right, it should be a very good one. It is going to be game number 1 of Virtus Pro versus Nigma. We are going to have Cap and Blitz on the tables. Take it away.
Prepare for
Wanna
battle.
play with fire?
Wait for it.
What a punk.
Thank you, Grant. That's right. We're privileged to be here casting Virtus Pro versus Team Nigma. It's a good way to start the day, right, Blitz? This should be an exciting series.
It's a very good way to start the day. Quite excited for this.
It should be a good series, right? I'm expecting some high-level Dota out of both these teams.
Yeah, and the fans and those betting at home have no idea who's going to win. Those are really, really close odds.
Those are the odds I like to see right there. Dead even almost.
Was it slightly tilted for Nigma?
Yeah, as you would, I guess you would probably imagine. There's
I don't know.
a bit more Nigma fans out there, but I would personally side a little bit more towards Virtus Pro.
Yeah, I think so too. Although based on the draft, I don't know. This looks like a pretty free Ember game.
Free Ember games.
Yeah,
They
free-ish.
feel like they shouldn't really come around anymore, considering how early Ember Spirit is picked up. Michael just continuing to beat down Solo. Rated Battle Hunger, Solo. He'll just tank the damage.
The battle begins.
This reward transcends
Battle over the bounty runes. So we're going to keep going here. At ILTW, he may have stolen away that bounty rune, but it's going to cost him a healthy bit of his health. Uh-oh. He's going to chains level 1 and gets died to the tower.
Okay.
All right.
That was a really weird sequence of events.
I thought maybe he was going to make a break for it and go for both bounty runes, but
Yeah, he just suicided. I'm okay with that. Why not? You've taken a lot of damage. Where you going to have to like pop all your regen? Nice stun though by Weehaw. I think this mid lane matchup matters quite a bit. Like this is where Zeus, he's not as bad as he used to be because his base damage is actually quite decent now.
yeah.
But you do want to, if the stun had hit and that stroke hits too, I think that was a kill.
And that's one of the biggest things about Zeus, right, is that he's so easily ganked in the mid lane. He's got this short little gimpy arms. He has to throw the lightning bolts for the auto attack, and that just puts him in a position where he's easily caught out.
Yeah, it's just, please, fly out.
Here comes Kuro, who does not have Ink Swell, and is apparently just going to right-click no one. That's that's what he's doing here.
I'm not sure what Kuro's grand plan is here.
I'm not sure either.
To hit him, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world is if they get a kill, but if they don't, then Zayats is just farming during this entire time.
Yeah, he's gonna get his team a pretty decent golden experience advantage off this laning phase if this continues.
Yeah, but this is, let me say, one of the most free lanes I've ever seen for Nax. He gets a lane against Ember Oracle. They will not touch him. Like, nothing down here will bother him. That's, well, it kind of sucks for Kuro because he doesn't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah, because the Enigma pullback at the top lane, right? He's not really needed.
Yeah.
And
maybe they'll get a kill here at bottom.
His easy camp is also blocked, so he's just trying to roam around, help get some kills, but he might not even get that much as Solo is cutting his way through the trees, pops a healing salve, is now going to find that canceled and slowed down by the Battle Hunger. But a few more seconds and he would have had Fortune Send. Nigma decided to give up on that chase.
Yeah, this is just a weird laning phase because Kuro has nowhere to be. Enigma's going to free farm. I believe Naga Siren free farms in this lane. And it looks like pretty much everyone farms here. It's a really weird
battle
phase.
in the mid lane. Weehaw, no one going back and forth, but both of them will walk away, limp away rather, as they both are just shy of dying.
I think Weehaw will have a little bit of an advantage because his salve is already here. Nigma actually still have a bounty rune of their own if they wanted to go for it, and they might even pick up a
finally
kill.
gonna die. Jeez, it took a while, but they hunt him down. A second kill for Team Nigma. I'm actually fairly surprised the gold is still in their favor.
I mean, they're free farming on 2 heroes. Like,
Yeah, I
the
guess so.
Enigma has a lot of farm, for sure, but the Ember Shirt CS is actually really bad.
It's actually pretty concerning that the experience is almost even.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Considering they're tri-laning.
Yeah. Considering the tri-lane, considering Enigma's getting more.
Crow's gonna snipe 2 couriers.
Sin's expectation.
Bang.
1.
It's 100% dead.
2.
Has been killed.
Okay, so they just got a lot of free gold. Was it like 300 free gold?
A little bit more than that. Solo is going to be protected by the double chains of ILTW, but it looks like he's still going to die here. Turns around, throws one last nuke at Mind Control. Mind Control thanks him for that because it will eventually heal him.
The long-term plays, baby.
I guess so. Looks like no one had to walk back to base. He is not loving his mid lane, apparently.
He just lost the regen war. That's the problem.
Well,
Check the net worth.
That's me losing.
That's what you want to see.
For my fire.
Like, look at Lena's net worth to Zeus's. It's deceiving. Like,
So it comes at the cost, like, he forced no one back to base, but he got the experience
one's dead.
advantage. No one is
so
very dead. He's going to stay on top of it with the Inkswell, managed to get that stun. No one does a good job of getting a counter kill.
dude, he
though,
might have
in
been
the
able to
curl.
live.
Oh, no!
Where's the courier?
Hello, Zayats! What the hell is that?
He just auto-sent it and didn't think. And it just straight ran through mid. Alright. That was crazy. They've just fed like, now they fed like 550 gold or something in total to couriers just alone.
It's getting a bit silly. 5 minute bounty runes are coming up. Maybe Virtus Pro can recover. Resolution's going to try and grab it away from Miracle. And he does manage to do so. Well done.
That does mean they didn't get the one at top, right? Or bottom, sorry. The bottom one by their jungle camp. It was still there, I believe, the entire
really?
time. Yeah. Because nobody went for it, I think.
I didn't even notice.
Well, I saw the bounty rune icon. It might just be a bug, like an observer bug.
Call. Solo. He needs another spin to be able to get it. He got the spin. Unfortunately, So was a little bit too far away. ILTW thought about chasing down Mind Control. Mid lane, another dive in. No one. He is... I mean, what are you supposed to do about this? Icarus dive Inkswell?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that he can. He's got spindly legs. You know, he's got short, spindly legs.
You can't play safe enough in this middle lane to be able to dodge that kind of gank. That's just unfair.
The lack of mobility, man. You're so slow and short.
Well, maybe his team can help him out. Resolution is level 6 with the Javelin. So he's feeling like because he got a solo lane, he can go for a damage build.
That's what I can.
Maybe.
I feel like they're going to just keep trying to do this combo until it doesn't work.
Yeah, until somebody from Virtus Pro finally is like, all right, I'll TP to mid. We'll shut
Here we
this
go.
down there. They go. Dickers dive on in. They're going to be able to hit the Inkswell, the follow-up Stroke of Fate now. GH, he's going to need some help here. He may not have the damage to finish off no one by himself. Weehaw looks for the kill. He's only going to be able to find Zayats instead. But now he's deep, and Resolution's going to walk in. He has no mana, but if he just right-clicks him to death, bit by bit, Weehaw hoping for the deny, but the creeps are asleep at the wheel.
Can you imagine if he got the hit off and denied himself?
Yeah.
After all that? And during that time, Mind Control actually kills Solo. I believe that was... He killed him solo, too. No pun intended, but I do think he got the kill by himself. Because I saw both supports mid, right?
Yeah.
This is not a good laning phase start for VP. They need to stabilize by just farming on Enigma, I think. Like, when he came towards mid, I think it was kind of pointless. Because the likelihood of them getting that counter kill, I think, is really low.
I mean, I'm okay if he's farming around mid. Sure, like, surely no one's like, you guys have to stop this.
Yeah.
I have to have some sort of game.
I think it just kind of sucks because Zeus is so good for this game, I think. Like, he has a lot of offensive capability, and once you get a few items, it's actually really hard for him to die this game. Like, he can go blink or something at some point, and he can just dodge everybody. Like, he can sit really far back and spam out. But this phase of the game where Nigma can just run at you, I think is really difficult, especially because you have a 4 Nigma.
Icarus dive. Oh, he missed the call. They are still going to be able to get the silence on ILTW with no more call, though. There's no chance of being able to get this kill. Phoenix is already dead. Now the roll in from Resolution. Another rotation by him. Nice jukes, though, by Mind Control. Unfortunately, the Fortune's end. It puts an end to that, and he gets zapped out by no one. He wants the recovery. He needs the experience and gold.
And look at this move.
Zayat. Oh, he pops out. Tries to go for it. He's going to lead off with the Centaur, reaching out for the Malphus as well, but neither is going to land. Oh, Zayat actually turned around and Thunderbolt. It lands.
Yeah, Weehawk was going to die there. Just wasn't quite fast enough. I like that move from Zayat. That was really smartly planned. He's trying to bait off of the regen rune. Would have been nice for no one to get, but they're finally starting to pick up some kills. Of course, the downside to all this is that you're allowing Miracle to just farm. He's had a completely free game. Nobody has touched him. He's level 8 with the top net worth in the game, top CS in the game, having no troubles at all.
Now, the panel was talking about they've got a good amount of illusion counters, even before the Zeus.
Oh, yeah, they have
ESJ
Pango,
felt like there
Ember.
wasn't too many good, it wasn't really a good illusion game.
You just don't want her to get like this 3k net worth lead.
Yeah. Mind Control. His farm fell a bit due to the team fight that they had bottom lane. Didn't work out for him. Despite a pretty free lane, he is just sitting 5th in the net worth chart. LTW cutting into that mid lane. It's going to be silenced up right away by Kuro. He's going to throw on a Spirit here. Resolution cutting in on the other side. Virtus Pro sandwiching this mid lane. Does manage to get a stun off, preventing the Rolling Thunder, but he's still going to be chased here. The Sunray healing up Weehawk, but a dive in onto the Spirit. Inkswell being used. ILTW needs a slight, and he's got it too with a swashbuckle and a zap from no one. They'll manage to take out the 2 supports as well. Meanwhile, Miracle cut in from behind in the mid lane, managed to kill the courier, and is going to slow down this push. They're not going to be able to hit the mid tower.
I think if Miracle gets off to like 2-3k net worth start at all times, he's gonna run over this game. Like, I don't think they want this to go ultra late on the side of Nigma.
Yeah.
I think they actually want to just take all the mid-game fights in the world.
That's why it's so important for Resolution to be able to get this kill. He is chain stunning Miracle beautifully right now, and they need to do that in order to prevent the Sog. He gets it off, but he's right next to Flame. Oh, 20 health. It's what he survives on. He TP's out. He's good.
That was so close.
Mind Control being chased. He's actually a level behind Zayat. Zayat, with the free farming jungle mixed with the ganks he's had on the mid lane, is level 8.
That would have been massive for them if they got the kill.
Oh, yeah.
But this is going to be very good for Nigma because that was the Pango ult popped. That's a lot of pressure that they took off the rest of the map. The supports really need levels right now on that side, as we're going to see this again. He gets isolated. This is a really cool ward that they placed. Like, it all starts with the vision game, baby.
Look at that. One less Wraith Band. One more. If he didn't have the Ocean Heart.
He had Strength Treads on.
Strength Treads on. That was a very key part.
Did Ember have ulti? I wonder.
Back into the mid lane. Weehawk is going to be nuked down by Solo as they continue their march into the mid lane. Once again, Virtus Pro. Remember, they were the guys who kept on doing the smoke in between the tier 1 and tier 2, right?
Yeah.
They seem to have this idea, this tactic of running at the mid lane and sandwiching whoever's there over and over again.
And they're trying to save this mid tower. Mind Control is going to get gone on. Might just get hold here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Catches them right on the edge. No one joins him to put in some damage and collect in some experience.
This Zayat's Enigma, man. I really feel like this guy's hero pool and the way that he plays a lot of these 4s and the versatility that he offers the team is a large reason why they are undefeated.
Yeah.
Like, he can kind of do it all. Like, you want to play these ganking games, let's do it. I really like how he uses Techies and Enigma as not just like ulti based or anything like that, but he plays it really aggressively. You really feel his presence in the game. This is not some AFK farm for 40 minutes Enigma, like, let me carry you with black holes. He's getting active on the map, using his spells, trying to counter kill, set up for tower pushes. Does a little bit of everything.
Now, the one thing that Virtus Pro really suffer on is hitting towers. So despite they keep on running around and trying to get kills, especially in that mid lane, they haven't really done a whole lot in that department. That's because they just need to get an overwhelming successful team fight, and they will be able to get a pick off on a Kuro here at least. Turnover, and that's going to be Solo protecting himself with the ultimate. False promise, turns around, heals. He's going to be good for now, as now he's joined by ILTW and no one. ILTW just hoping to get a slight chains combo to catch somebody here. Still going to reach for it. Catches Weehaw, no one. Lays into damage, nice stun. That was beautiful, but Resolution's right behind him. Resolution doesn't, they still have the swashbuckle. They can easily get this kill on a Weehaw, and sure enough, he lands all 4 hits. ILTW now on a killing spree.
That's some dive, and remember, no one can do this.
I don't know when the supernova goes out. No one is surely dead, chopped to bits and pieces by the axe. They're going to use that movement speed. This is still a good fight, though, potentially for Virtus Pro. If the Rolling Thunder can land, Mind Control hit once, hit a second time. Looks like they want to go for a second kill. Miracle, he's so low again. He gets up the Song of Siren, and he TPs away. Back over to Resolution, who's still trying to get this kill onto Mind Control. That damn raindrop is preventing so much damage, but eventually he gets it.
I think Rezo should have just gone for the Naga Siren. Like, all in for that with the rest of your team.
Yep.
They knew where he was going to. I think going and splitting up was a little bit too much. Like, Naga is the reason why you will win or lose this game, not this axe. Like, they've created so much space for this Naga. If you can slow down her farm at all, you can make so many more aggressive moves on the map and just lower the amount of space that she gets slowly. And something that you should know too is when you go for these kinds of dives, he's not as mobile as his other 2 cores. So when he tries to like follow in after them, he doesn't actually have that kind of mobility. Like, he went for some sick dive and it was really cool, but you just can't get in that deep with the rest of your squad, as Rezo is gonna maybe get fog stuff. Weehaw setting up for it right now, but instead it's Kuro.
He is caught here, tries to go for the silence, but no one. He gets there first with the Thunderbolt. Bottom lane is being pushed in by Miracle. It will be taken, despite the
They should fight him
from Rezo.
He doesn't have song.
Yeah, they know he doesn't have songs. This is a great opportunity.
They know which one the real one is.
Reveal where the real Naga Siren is, and that Thunderbolt's going to prevent the ensnare, allowing the Rolling Thunder to go off and keeping him chain stunned.
Really well done.
Played.
VP, I know they're only up by like 1K, but they are playing really well. They've completely taken control of the mid-game.
Mind Control taunted ILTW as he came up the hill to make sure he could get the bounty runes. It's going to be 2-2 split.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A mech suit for Zayat, and he's got the 15% magic resistance talent, so he's actually going to be a tanky boy in these team fights.
Is that plus 200 idle on attack range? What a talent. It's such a random one to give Nigma.
Yeah. That was when the GPM was taken away from him?
Yeah. I think that talent was actually move speed.
Oh yeah, because the GPM was the 15.
Yeah, it was the 15.
Because it was right next to the
That one was like the random move speed talent that you got.
Yeah.
It's like, why does Nigma have this?
Feels like movement speed was oftentimes the... I don't know what to put in here. Yeah, Curl. Well, they're going to dive in really deep for this one, but it doesn't really seem like Nigma can punish them too much. They're too focused on playing in the side lanes right now. They don't want to get into a fight.
They don't really care too much about that death. Although it's Miracle, like, firmly at the very top, and then just 4 heroes right after him in net worth.
They know where he is, and do they know which one's the real one? They're going to know now after they pop the
He doesn't have a
ultimate.
TP, though.
They can still maybe chase if Rezo.
I think they're going to. They know he doesn't have TP.
They get the lucky shot, doesn't get it, but the Rolling Thunder can still catch up to him. Now the rest of the team is on its way. The Inkswell's going to help out the Naga Siren a little bit more. The Rolling Thunder is going to fade before he actually hits Miracle, but they still catch him in the chains. He instantly pops a Manta. Now Zayat looks for a Malphite stun, but he doesn't get that either. ILTW.
Now he's still kind of chasing, but this is not a real attempt anymore. The Pango Ball was just not fast enough.
And as a result of all that, they actually got the mid tower. There was a hefty push coming in from the Lina, and GH helped out Weehaw in that venture.
So it's pretty much just Nigma trying to split the map and create space for this Naga Siren, and VP just hunting them on lanes non-stop. And they're trying their best, but they are getting out-farmed really hard by this Naga Siren. Like, the net worth difference is pretty significant.
Yeah.
I'd say like the amount of pressure on paper, it looks really good. And I do think they are playing well, but no one's really farming during this time. And I don't mean the player.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody is farming.
Nobody from Virtus Pro is farming. They're just running around trying to get kills, and every single time they do that but fail to get a kill, it's a huge blow.
It looks so much worse because they had 4 heroes around this bottom tier 1 tower, and when you commit that many heroes to anything, you want to get something out of it, whether it's like a push, and they're getting a lot of these kills on Kuro, which is pretty nice, don't get me wrong, but you want to convert that at some point into objectives.
And they have only done that once.
Yeah, when they got the mid tower. If anything, I'd like to see them open up this top tower and continue to limit the amount of space that they're giving away.
All 3 cores of Nigma are here in this top lane, and I have a blink decker. I'm not sure if they've revealed that yet, but I do wonder if maybe they're going to try and get into a bit of a skirmish here.
Yeah. Kuro set this like draft trap.
Oh, there it is. The Zeus ultimate reveals them all. Double chains. Resolution did have the Rolling Thunder, but they're not sure about diving in like that. Miracle.
They're like half smoked.
He's calling it. He says, I'm out, boys. You are on your own.
They have good vision for him down here too, along this ward. Yeah. So they're gonna he's gonna farm back towards his triangle, I'd imagine, and push out this bottom wave. Because he knows that everybody is top.
Yeah.
Like until you see somebody, he should just chill in this jungle.
Well, he's got Song. Do you think he should pressure the tower?
I guess with Song he can.
The call. Silence. A beautiful kill, potentially an ILTW. They do manage to get. That's a dominating streak. And now a stud. A Soulblind as well. Onto Resolution. The double silence is out with a Supernova. Now they're both top to the Yules. Now they're not going to be able to hit the egg, and they should both be stunned as a result. Resolution, he goes down before that even happens. 2 dominating streaks they picked up for that. And Nigma.
And they save their tower. Miracle's farming. This is a bitter pill to swallow because all the hard work you've done has now just been wiped out.
Yeah.
Literally everything that you've done in the mid game, all this chasing around. We saw that it was Miracle at the very top and then just like 4 VP heroes wedged in there right after him in net worth. And look at the swing off of that 1 engagement. All it takes is 1. And this is kind of the brutal part about playing against Nigma's lineup is that's really all it takes. Like you mess up 1 fight, mind control's really far out. He should be punished for this.
And he no doubt will.
But now it's like no one has a killing spree if he dies, beating away another ton of gold.
Do you think that's a bit of an oversight? Because many of the lineups that we see play fast in this current meta have a strong element of push and group up to them. Yeah. Well, this one from Virtus Bros naturally needs to snowball off of kills. But in this current meta, where the biggest comeback mechanism is killing sprees, it feels like that is just a bit of an oversight. It's almost too easy to lose this. Ah, nice black hole and a big kill on a Miracle. That is a fantastic one to get.
It's 300, but...
And they'll still get the outpost. Well done.
Still kind of worried in this game. I do agree with you. I think they should have some element of high ground. Would really help their lineup quite a bit. But at the same time, like, I think they're not... They have some amount of high ground. I just think that they were overthinking the pressure.
Okay.
It's really nicely done by Rezo. He's going to get stunned.
Oh, and they got a kill on the Kuro on the other side.
Kuro's just like, every single time they see him, they just dive him. This is called like the captain diving tactic. Just ruin the captain's game. It tilts him. He's not really thinking about Dota the same way.
Well, Kuro, I wonder if he's a man to be tilted by that. He said he's the calmest man on the planet.
Is that what you said?
Well, not that exact words. I see. There was a stronger word instead of man in there, but 22-11, 21 minutes in, and Virtus Pro managed to bring that net worth back into their advantage. And now they're actually in a good position to take a tower as well. So this is going to lead into pretty decent lead for them. Still got to be worried about Miracle's Naga Siren, who's 2k up over anybody else in the game. But it's a good running start they've given themselves now to head deep into the mid game. Let's see the smoke up from Virtus Pro.
And they're still playing really aggressively. If they catch them like right in front of their base, maybe they can get like a 2-2 tower play into a push. One thing that kind of sucks is their roshing isn't the best. Like they have Ember, Zeus, Pango. Pango's pretty good. And Enigma's alright, but I think the other 3 heroes are pretty much useless at taking Rosh. You'd have to like team wipe them to comfortably do it. And maybe get like a Deso or something at some point.
Well, maybe they can team wipe them with this fresh pickup from Zayats. Now he has a Blink Dagger. They've got a Pipe Vlads onto Resolution. He still went back for a team fight build after the Javelin. ILTW going for damage with the Maelstrom coming in soon. No one. He's got Boots of Travel with the Ether Lens because he knows he needs to be able to deal with this Naga Siren Illusion split push at all times.
Yeah. Super back and forth game though. Really not sure who's going to win this at this rate. Just feels like they're just battling non-stop. Really entertaining too.
Seems Virtus Pro is held in higher esteem despite the minimal net worth difference. Think that's just some of the hero matchups against Naga Siren. That Dota plus win probability. Because it's often one-sided for an even game.
Yeah, I don't think this is... I think this game's pretty 50-50 at this point. It really just depends. Like, does Zayat find a good black hole? Does GH find a good egg? I think a lot of this will come down to the 4 positions.
Yeah. And it's going to be a hard game to get a good black hole until he has the BKB. But he's working there. And the rate that Zayats has been farming, he'll probably have it in again 10 minutes. Curl. Goodbye, friend.
I feel like I've seen him die in this like same spot around this mid area. It's either in front of the tier 2 or behind the tier 2, but they're gonna grab him.
He's just feeding them killing sprees, you know? Supernova gonna be used with the call. Okay, pull him back into the egg. The egg is definitely going to explode successfully, but is it gonna stun that nice hero? Managed to dodge it with a slight. GH is still chained up, so he's not able to go anywhere. Oh, Weehaw, he thought he was gonna go for a stun onto no one, but they're not gonna be able to die. So this dive deep into the tier 3s. They're gonna go for this mind control kill, and they should be able to have it too, unless this LSA stun can do something about it. ILTW, a proc on Maelstrom. He gets the kill. Now gonna be bailed out by Solo.
There's
with
no
the
tier 2 that they've taken. They're just doing it.
They're just running at him. They don't care about the towers.
All right. And they're not going to get a tower themselves. They're just going to continue to run for kills. And they have picked up quite the pace, a kill a minute. My favorite stat, as you know, Cap. Just fight non-stop. They're trying to make something happen at all times. I thought that dive was way too deep, but Miracle not willing to TP and try to do something about it. And that was such like really good plays by the Ember Share. Like ILTW, when he finds the Phoenix and he dodges at the last second the egg exploding too, and then he rechains him up as soon as his egg ends. Yep. Like that's the fight turner for them right there.
Just beautiful.
Yeah. And nobody else was close enough to punish that. Yeah. There's good mechanics.
It just, whenever I see ILTW, because the last time I felt like we were really seeing him play constantly on a high tier team was OG when he was standing in for them.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, like, why hasn't this guy just really found a good home yet? Because he's very good at the Dota game. Roll in. It's going to be able to hit mind control once and probably twice here. Kuro, well, he's the obligatory death at this point in time, but maybe with the 2-man Laguna play. Oh, okay, they're still held into place by the Soul Bind, but they haven't really done any damage whatsoever. Mind control, he's going to start backing away. Weehaw with the old Scepter Blink, he's out. Miracle came in with the Diffusive Blade, he's burned out Resolution. Now the Supernova, it's going to force them to turn and fight, but a 2-man LSA, that's going to stop them. Call Nigma Wombo combo, they're going to be able to take out 2, saving the egg, and now, oh no!
It was so close.
The song that fails to catch no one. He gets out thanks to a TP scroll. Resolution will not be as so lucky though. He gets caught by the old Scepter of Weehaw.
That was so well done around the egg fight. I mean, both teams are just playing really well right now. I'm enjoying all of these team fights that they're setting up around their big ultis. We didn't get to see a black hole. Like I said, I think it'll be the 4 positions that'll determine most of what these team fights look like. As we're going to see again, they find Kuro. It looks really good because they catch the axe here too, but they don't have the damage for this guy at all. Not when he's got a hood.
No.
And they even pop the pipe, so this double Laguna Blade looks like it does nothing, and I think he was Fate's Edicted too.
Yes, he was.
But they're not able to get on top of Weehaw, and Rezo's just...
And the GH, he just makes the call. This is our opportunity.
Yeah.
And
this is really well done. Like, Weehaw's stun. And some of these LSAs that he's been hitting, like yesterday, or 2 days ago, and today, really sick.
Got some fresh items to be picked up. Titan Sliver for Miracle.
I think part of the problem, and it's less about having pushers and it's more about having a Roche taker early on. Like, they've built up all of this map control and they can't take Roche on the side of VP.
Yeah.
Like, it's 27 minutes in and neither team has gone for Roche.
Like, you have to have a way to take one of these objectives.
Yeah, I think so.
Either towers or Roshan. You can't be doing neither of them.
That's why you're having this, like,
Dive deep in, pass to tier 3, and Soulbline's going to be able to capture it. And Supernova does go out once again with Sunray, burning some of these heroes out now. Zeus is taking so much damage, he was bailed out by the Oracle. Is he going to be healed up, though? Looks like he's healed up to full. Blink away from Weehaw, once again with the Yule Scepter. He's been really fast on that. Unfortunately, Mind Control is going to be stuck inside the base. Looking for more, though, GH. He was found, chained up. Miracle. Is he actually going to go for this? He's going to try and burn out his mana. Looks like he will. He managed to burn it just in time before he could jump away. Resolution's going to try and chase down Miracle now, but without any lucky shot procs and without any mana.
I think this is a really unlikely kill.
Oh, it certainly is. And he's going to song up. Are they going to go back in? They see no one. He's not in that sleep. Looks like he tried to set it up so Weehaw can do some damage there, but now he's going to be caught in the black hole. But the LSA immediately puts a stop to that one. Still, though, Miracle's already taken so much damage. 400 left, a couple of nukes, and a shield crash to finish him off.
Where are you watching?
Surprised that he decided to go for that. It was just him and Weehaw. And Weehaw wasn't even in the best position to really back him up there. Thought that was just going to be a back. Actually, using the sleep allowed the Enigma to get as close as possible.
A poorly thought out turnaround leads to Miracle's death and an opportunity for Virtus Pro.
I mean, the question is, what can you get now? You don't have Black Hole, which we said was, you know, it's the ability in this game.
Yeah.
It's their team fight, starter, ender. But they don't really have objective takers. Like, I would be okay if they had some sort of hero that could just take Roshan here.
Kuro. Okay, they managed to get the chains onto Weehaw instead. This would be a much better kill, and he's already so low. They just need a couple more nukes to the pipe. It's going to be able to prevent some of that damage. Call out. Ember Spirit stuck by LTW. Bailed out by the False Promise. Now Resolution commits in, managed to finish off Weehaw. The Supernova, it's going to explode here, but it doesn't manage to catch anybody. Resolution rolled on out.
Haha, Pengoku Burr.
And Burr he goes, but Virtus Pro may try and turn here on the high ground. Mind Control's already a bit low.
There was a buyback from Weehaw. They've got to be careful here.
Yule Scepter from the side into an LSA. Resolution caught out into the silence. Good call from Mind Control as well. It looks like he's going to die here. Left behind by Virtus Pro.
Maybe they go for Roshan themselves on the side of Nigma. They do have Naga Sleep. Like, I think this is actually pretty easy for them. As hard as it is for VP, I think Nigma take this really easily. And it's hard to contest this without Black Hole either.
They can poke and prod. They have Midnight Pulse, and they have the Aghanim Scepter from the Zeus. So Nigma may not want to commit here. There's still buyback as well available. Mind Control's his Blink Dagger. Always going to be canceled by the Zeus when possible.
And they're actually just going to back out. Okay.
Anyway, do you think that was a situation where it wasn't worth the risk?
No, probably not.
Like, if you're Nigma, they're down 5k net worth, but they still have this Naga Siren that's getting bigger and bigger.
I think this game's really hard to call because I feel like VP can play faster. And the way that they take fights is a lot easier because you have Ember Spirit. That's the thing that makes Ember feel really broken when he's good in the meta, like when his stats are good and stuff, is that you have a core who always initiates for you, and he makes life hell for supports. But I also think that Nigma will take objectives a lot faster. Like, if you can see whenever they wipe or they get kills, they get towers, they get objectives out of it, even though it hasn't happened very often. Like, so they're always getting something on the map.
Like, how many fights do you need to win in order to take objectives?
Exactly.
And for Nigma, it feels like very little.
I think Nigma need to win like one clean fight at this point to take back control, and I think VP need to win at least 2 at this point.
Okay.
For them to have like, okay, we're probably better than 50-50 to win this game.
Now, a third way you can win with a lineup like this is just having better late game. Is that a possibility? Do Virtus Pro have enough answers to a Naga Siren they can beat
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
But I think Phoenix, I kind of feel like the Phoenix cancels out the advantage you get is having like an Enigma as a 4. Like you both have game-changing BKB piercing ultis.
Yeah.
If anything, I think Egg is easier to get off this game because you have better ways to protect it. You have Naga Sleep, Axe Call for anybody that does happen to get a BKB.
Right.
But this fight, that's right in front of VP's base, and no one's actually going to be the one to go first.
Break everything. Mind Control's going to be able to get the call onto no one. He's already bailed out by that false promise from Solo. Solo's going to be targeted here. Mind Control, he's left alone here in the river because ILTW created so much space by diving in like that, but he got by the ensnare. The illusion's going to strike, burning him away. He's going to have very little mana to work with if this fight continues. Thunder God's Wrath just to get some information, see what Nigma plans to do here.
Yeah, that was an awkward position because no one was the first one up the cliff. Like, he is the last one you want in these fights.
Are they really going to try and do Roshan here? I mean, their base is going to be pushed in a bit by Miracle.
All right, let's see how quickly they take it.
Nigma, I don't think they have that possibility that Roshan is being done right now. I think they think that Virtus Pro is still looking for a fight of sorts.
They're like smoking around on the high ground or something like that. But they...
Oh, they know now.
Yeah, they should definitely know.
Power Rangers up all the way to the shrine. Now Roshan has gone so slowly. Sciences goes forward. He tries to good for the black hole, but doesn't quite get there in time. And now all the heroes have managed to jump away. Now the Supernova's down, and Sciences misses his opportunity. He's going to try and go for the TP out.
Does he have call?
1 second? Not yet. But he does have a Blink Dagger in 2. Maybe he can still chase. Oh, Virtus Pro, what have you just done? You
Rosh is pretty low, right?
Brought Roshan down to about 3K.
And they know they don't have BKB on Enigma. This is really problematic. He does have Hole, but no BKB makes it complicated. They've got to worry about their bottom. Again, I really don't think your line approaches very quickly. I can't stress that enough. Like, Lucky Shot's very useful, but...
It took a bit of a gamble. It did not work for them. They're going to take the Roshan pit now, but a call goes off. Yule Scepter onto 1, into LSA onto 2. Now Solo is going to be able to still escape because there's not a whole lot of damage backing that up. Those damage dealers, such as Miracle, are trying to deal with some of the side lanes. They're here now, though. 20 seconds left for the Zeus. 20 seconds for Nigma to try and take this Roshan.
And Rezo doesn't really want to use...
He's got a Rolling Thunder. He's going to Shield Crash in and just going to go for the Chain Stun. Trying to find they do anything with this. This is going to buy a lot of time, but not a lot of damage. Follow up here. Swashbuckle. That actually brings Roshan a little bit lower. Now Science. He finds his opportunity to go for the black hole. He's locking down Miracle. They're throwing everything they have. They picked up the Aegis as well. Science grabs that. Miracle. He's going to die on this way out as he tries in vain to retreat, but he's bursted down by the lightning. Now Mind Control stuck inside the pit. He surely is going to die as well. Kuro. Oh, you know, Kuro, don't even try. Don't even try and TP. You know they're always going to find you and chase you down. That shit's going to be 3. Nigma. They missed their opportunity to be able to quickly take that Roshan for themselves. Science comes in big with a black hole.
Science is so good. BKB, black holes, and he lets it go like a quarter of a second early so he can pick up the Aegis for himself to make sure that the Naga Siren can't take it and he's going to win the click battle. He knows where it is. And I really feel like Nigma, they were put in kind of a weird position because there was no BKB on the Enigma for 50 seconds, and there was no dead, or Zeus was still dead, and he wasn't going to use buyback. So I felt like they should have just hard committed to a fight, if anything. But they kind of hemmed and hawed. And again, they also don't take Roshan amazingly. I think they do it a lot better than VP, but...
GH looking to just slow them down, push them off of the melee barracks, and he's timed it well. The melee barracks is low. Virtus Pro just outside of the Supernova, though, will recommit here. 5 more seconds until the Naga Siren's back up. That should still be an easy melee barracks. Oh god, this disarm on Rezo slowing things down a bit. Mind Control's now going to be able to get the call, trying to pull him back into the tier 4s. But there's going to be that Nimbus Cloud stopping Weehaw from getting the chain stun. There's False Promise, allowing Resolution to freely escape the base. They have 1 lane of barracks down.
This Naga Siren's huge, but you can see right here, the Pingo Ball, just bounce, bounce, bounce. I was going to say, by the way, I don't think Rezo wants to use his Swashbuckle because he doesn't want a free Lucky Shot proc for the Naga Siren.
Roshan.
And the black hole, he lets it go just like that quarter of a second. Let me just nab this real quick to make sure. And it wastes the entirety of the sleep too. It was perfect. She couldn't break the sleep either, so the rest of the team couldn't really do too much to VP. So That was actually as good as it gets for Zayats.
Yeah.
He protects the rest of his team because the Naga Siren Sleep is still going off. He gets an easy way to pick up the Aegis for himself too.
Radiant are
And he's the second highest net worth on his team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Boy, he's definitely a beast. Virtus Pro, though. They may be one lane of barracks, but they need two. That's why they're going to try and go high ground with this Aegis. Don't really have any cooldowns they're waiting for. Thunder God's Wrath is the only one that's there. But they do have Black Hole in this tier 3. It's falling pretty fast with this double siege creeps. Nigma, they need to formulate a plan, and soon. We've got the Aghanim
BKB
Scepter
Black
now
Hole
in the
again.
Weehaw.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I mean, he must have the CDR talent, right? Yeah. And the Eidolon damage. So they gotta do something. This Enigma, look, they're just setting him up like the true one.
Yeah. Who's high ground hitter? Ah, it comes from our support.
Get in there, Zayas. Ah, this guy's such a beast.
And bit by bit, they will take down the ranged barracks. Now, the Illusions are doing something similar in bottom lane, trying to chip away at that tier 3. The call goes out now, trying to pull him back in. Zayats, he can't really overly commit for this one. GH, he needs to pop the Supernova, but he doesn't get a chance. He does have a buyback. The ensnare is out onto Zayats right now, and they're trying to slow him down with Miracle's Diffusal Blade, as well as maybe an Abyssal Blade. He recently picked that one up.
They're getting another set here. I really didn't think they could take two with this Aegis, but Zayats, I guess, is the real... I said they needed a tower hitter, and Zayats just walked up there.
He found a way to hit towers. They don't have a great... they don't have a way to be able to break that BKB Black Hole. I mean, Call and Supernova, those aren't reliable.
Until he hits 25 on Axe.
That's true.
Then he'll get the Mega Call.
All right, so now you're in a very comfortable position if you're Virtus Pro.
Extremely good. Yes.
2 lanes of barracks down. You're up by 9k. You still, like you're talking about the Naga Siren answers, they still have plenty of those.
Bottom tower has fallen.
You're going to have a Radiance now for ILTW. Resolution can go back for a damage build if he wants, because he went the Aghanim Scepter plus the 2-second shield crash ball.
I feel like he wants like a Basher or something.
Yeah.
He wants a pressure
nice
item.
touch.
As somebody who's dabbled in Pengu lately, I still don't know how to use the ball very well, but Basher feels really good on this hero.
Yeah. Especially with you, especially with that talent. He's just topping around, constantly popping little swashbuckles here and there.
This game has been really cool to watch for me, because I think that I really like Nigma's draft, and they have a lot of setup for the egg and stuff like that, but I think VP has outplayed them.
Yeah.
I really feel like this game was always just like one fight away for Nigma to win at some point, especially when they had control of the bottom half of the map, which is why we see a lot of teams take Dire side nowadays, but they just couldn't really get anything going. It really came down to that bottom engagement.
This is an interesting position, but mind control, he misses the call, and now he's going to be Nimbused up. He's forced to use his BKB. It was a curious attempt to try and fight just outside of their base, maybe to catch Virtus Pro.
Yeah, I think that was a surprise move. But it was that sleep setup that Miracle, after his team had died, where they try to get the Zeus, and instead he just gets Black Holed and killed. They made a few too many errors, I feel. But they still can win. Like, 2 sets of racks down, normally you see like 25k at this point, right? Is the deficit? It's only 11,000. That is not that much. I just don't know if Naga can win by herself anymore.
This reward
Yeah, that's feeling
expectation.
a bit of a stretch.
And I don't think this is really anything like terrible that Nigma did either. I just think that VP played really well. I know they'll get flamed because they're like a popular team and all that, and you should be criticized for sure, but I think that VP should get a ton of credit for how they played in this game. Like, they just kept running at them on the lanes non-stop.
Yeah, again, their lineup, you have to kill the enemy side over and over and over again just to be able to get any kind of objective.
I mean, some of these dives were so questionable, but something that I'm really learning from watching these games is it doesn't really matter if you die, it's where you die. If you die right in front of your base, terrible. If you die on their side of the map, they don't get that much.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing that these teams that do play aggressively on the enemy side of the map all the time, it's easier for them to come back and just regroup and go for it again. You're given more opportunities to make these aggressive maneuvers. Like, I really like how aggression is being rewarded right now.
Minotaur Horn for Zayats. So he's got an extra form of magic and vulnerability. Still has to watch out for that Abyssal Blade of the Naga Siren, though. The long dive and the egg being used here, but it's really just Solo who's going to be caught off by the stun. Now they're going to try and quickly kill him. Looks like they're going to chase down No One. No One has Battle Hunger on him, but he's so damn fast with the Boots of Travel. He is just cruising along. The Oracle is dead, though, so there's going to be no save for this one if they can actually get this Inkswell stun. ILTW follow up with the LSA. That silence is blasting onto him. Can they bring him low enough to be able to get the chop? Looks like a slight, and he's going to be able to get away. A Black Hole on the side, pulling hair, go back down into the low ground. They do manage to get the kill, and a Song of Siren goes off. A reset? Are they going to go back in?
They're pinging the Zeus. They want to play aggressively.
They want this Zeus. They try and land the LSA, but it blinks inside. Now it's going to be silence, and Resolution just blew up Kuro right away. Now he's going to be able to go for Weehaw as well. The damage dealers, though, the call goes out, but they both died from the Maelstrom. The Zeus is doing too much. No one is all over the place, and he's ripping Nigma apart.
And I thought he messed up with his blink. He just barely went to the right, but the rest of his team collapsed so quickly, and Rezo does so much damage.
Flicker. That's what it was.
Ah!
I was about to say, I was like, I don't remember him getting a blink dagger.
That was the weirdest blink I've ever seen. Alright, that's the first time I've seen Flicker be remotely useful.
And now they have killed Nigma a total of 41 times in 43 minutes, and that is enough for them to be able to hit some objectives. That is enough to maybe take Megas here as a buyback from Miracle and his two supports. That's all that's left to be able to hold this base. They're definitely going to be going up against Megas, but it looks like they're going to try and still hold the throne. But jeez, and damage from this No One Zeus with the arc lightning damage mixed with the percentage-based damage against a hero that has 4k HP. Miracle can hardly get outside of his fountain. They have another round of Supernova, and they do have mind control. He's going to be back. And
look at this from BP. They don't even try to go for the egg. Yeah. This is so smart by them. And the dodge by ILTW. And now there's no egg.
And now they're going to Rolling Thunder on in. Go for the back line. Resolution interrupts that. Miracle marches his illusions forward. Looks like Kuro's just going to be dying here to Resolution. Nobody from Nigma really wants to get that close, especially with the Nimbus. He is brought down. The call goes out. ILTW, a big target here, but Science may be here to be able to save the day. The Malefice goes off on a GH. He dies. Mind Control's unable to control up ILTW long enough, and that's going to be a GG is called. Game 1 taken by Virtus Pro as they just blitz down Nigma over and over again. They run at them for a total of 43 times. Beautiful stuff.
I really